Yo, guys, welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy Jay, and today I have a pretty serious story time. Today is about the time where how I basically learned to be comfortable with myself and hanging out with myself. And so yeah, this story time takes place way back when I was just 14. Yep, 14. So when I was 14, at that time, as you could probably tell from a lot of my story times, I was hanging out with a lot of people. And because I was hanging out with a lot of people, I never really felt lonely up until then. It was like, yeah, I might not be around people, but because I'm around people all the time, it kind of like made me like not being around people. Because it was like, yo, like, I'm around people 24/7 and stuff like that. So I will always like hang out with people, and whenever I felt lonely, I just hang out with more people. Well, eventually, one day I couldn't do that anymore because it was just like I was kind of messing up in school and that, and because of that, my aunt was just like, you can't go out with your friends, you can't hang out with anybody, you can't do anything this summer, and I figured, all right, that's a break from people. I don't really care. And 3 weeks in, I started feeling the effects of loneliness. I noticed that I'd feel sad for what other people would assume would be no reason. Where there'd be times where, I look at it like a picture with one of me, like me and one of my friends, and it'd just be like sadness would come up. And, I start to feel very depressed kind of, because it was just like, it was nice, seeing them and stuff like that, but now I can't see them. I can't even text them. I can't talk to them or anything. And I started to feel very lonely. I started to catch myself looking out, like, I used to literally look out of windows and stuff and just be like, just imagine if everyone was here. And I started to kind of live in my head, where it'd be like, I just zone out a lot, which I still do to this day, but not as much as I used to do back then. And I would zone out, like, midway, like, while people were talking to me and everything, I just zone out and think about, like, why am I so, like, why am I feeling lonely? Like, why, And that continued for a long time, until I turned 15. And it was just one night in particular where I was laying in my bed. It was 3 in the morning, and I was just sitting there in the dark, just looking up at the ceiling because I have sleeping problems. And I was just like, why do I feel lonely? Like, why am I so alone? And I was just thinking that, and eventually I started to cry, and I was like, I don't have anybody. I don't feel like I have anybody. I don't even feel like emotionally anyone really, like, these are just things that were going in my head. It was just like, I don't even feel like nobody really care about me. Like, nobody cares. Like, how do nobody see the signs? I'm always alone. I'm always in my room. I'm always in my head. And, it was very hard for me to, like, think about that, because it's hard for anybody to really come to grip and, like, really tell themselves, like, how they really feel. A lot of people like to hide their emotions, which I'm a big offender of that even to this day, where I really do hide my emotions a lot because, especially where I come from, a lot of people don't care how you feel because they have their own problems, and everyone puts their problems before everyone else's, making it so it's like nobody really has nobody really has time for your problems. And because of that, I started crying, and it was like a mix of sadness and anger, where it was like, I cared for these people and they don't even care about the way that I feel. But then at the same time, I have to tell myself they have their own problems. What if they felt like this and, like, just hid it from me, like how I'm hiding it from everyone? And, I was just like, what if they felt the same way, but they just never told me or anything? And I don't know. I was just like, I wish I had somebody who is just like me and, had similar experiences to me to talk to, so that way they can, help me through this loneliness. And that's when I paused for a second and I stopped crying. I got up on my bed and I just looked at the sky. And because I tend to do that when I'm very like emotional or deep inside of my head or deep in thought or something like that. And I looked up at the sky and it clicked to me. There is somebody who's just like you. You. And it just, I don't know. At that moment, everything went from being like angering and saddening and depressing to like mellow. There was no emotion I could really ping it to, And that's where I get the moral of this story from. So yeah, I know it's been a while since you've seen my face. Thanks. You look good too. But in all seriousness, is where I got the moral of the story for today, which is no one can help you like as good as you can. Because see, you'll never meet someone who has the exact same experiences as you and like the exact same mentality and flaws and perfections and everything. You'll never meet someone who's just like you but you. So because of that, if you have a problem and feel like everyone you talk to just doesn't have the answer you want, or they just can't help you, or they just gave up on you, or just like put their problems before you, there's always somebody there for you. You. So if you feel lonely, like if you're watching this right now and you feel lonely, you feel like you got nobody to talk to or anything, talk to yourself. Talk to the person that you see in the mirror every day. Because I guarantee you, that person can help you more than most people who you think can help you can. And once you get that straight with you, not only will it'll be easier for you to tell people how you feel and, hope that they'll help you, but also when people come to you with their problems, you'll be in a better mind state to help them with their problems. Because at the end of the day, that's what all of it's about. Life is just about helping other people and inspiring other people to, achieve their... I don't want to go off on a tangent. I don't want to go on a tangent. That's an entirely another story. I'll probably tell it later. Like, definitely sometime down the road. But yeah, so if you enjoyed that story time, make sure you smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please just subscribe. Please, please. All right, enough joking. But thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you guys next video. Woo!